So I'm starting out here with a 4" by 6" photo that I already had printed of my daughter at a baseball game with face paint and a red shirt, and it was just a really happy day for her. So I've pulled out some items from the Dear Lizzy Star Gazer collection, including these cardstock stickers, and I love all the foil on them. They're really pretty. I have the happy pink gingham paper on the background and some plain white cardstock. So I just wanted a bit of that pink gingham to stand out. I'm building my title with these chipboard words, and I really love these. This blissful word is perfect in many ways, mostly because she is really happy in this photo. I love that the word blissful is the same width as my photo, that 4" wide, because I think that really fits the layout. I'm working on an 8.5" by 11" layout on this one. And what I really want to show you is that you can use these really big embellishments on an 8.5" by 11" layout. You don't have to go to 12 by 12. So I've also used the Blissful paper here, and these hexagons were just dying to be cut out. I don't want to put them all over the page because I wanted that bit of white space. So I'm just going to add 3 different clusters here that I've cut out. So I'm pretty much going to place these in a diagonal across the page from bottom left to top right. I also have this really large star embellishment, and these are called the shooting stars, and this one is pretty much perfect because it's pink, but they come in different colors too, you can see. So you get 4 in a pack. And I'm just seeing where is the best place to add this. I want to add more to my title to the bottom right corner of my photo, so I don't want the ribbons from there to cover that. So I'm going to place that on the left corner of the photo. So I want the title to be Blissful You, and I'm adding these thickers. Now look how big these guys are. These are pretty massive, but because they're quite thin, and because of the word I'm using, you, there's still a lot of white space there. So visually, it's not taking up too much visual weight. So I'm okay with doing that. I'm also going to slightly overlap the F on Blissful with you as well, so that I can add some journaling just underneath the word you. And what I'm going to do here is go ahead and measure to see where I can fit my journaling, because I'm going to open up an 8.5 by 11" sheet in Photoshop to type my journaling onto that, and then I'm going to print it onto the white page. Okay, so my typed journaling is in place just under where the word you is going to go, and I'm going to get everything adhered down onto the page. My white paper is already adhered onto the gingham paper because I ran it through that way into my printer, so that's already ready to go. And now I'm going to add dimensional adhesive to the back of my photo, just so that I can make sure that photo really stands out against all these pretty embellishments that I have going on here. I don't think there's really ever a time that I don't use dimensional adhesive behind my photos. It's one of the staples in my craft room. I really think it's necessary. So I'm putting that in the top corner, but before I push it down, I'm just making sure that I have it in the correct place. I love these little colorful hexagons too. I love that it has just that tiny little bit of red poking out there, and the yellow is really great to go with the gold and rose gold metallics that I have on the embellishments. So because my photo is already on dimensional adhesive and the word blissful is going to overlap that, I'm going to add dimensional adhesive to the bottom edge of the chipboard die cut so that the top pieces of the word can kind of hang over the photo. And by making sure that I slightly overlap most of my elements, I'm keeping that white space on the background. Because if I moved Blissful all the way down so that it wasn't overlapping my photo, those things wouldn't be combined, and it wouldn't leave enough room for the rest of my title and my journaling. So I think it's important to always think about how you can overlap your elements on your page. Next, I'm going to put the word you on here, and I'm going to slightly slide it underneath the word blissful. I pulled out a couple of pieces from the Ephemera pack, and the Admit One ticket and the shooting star at the top. The Admit One ticket, I'm kind of having a hard time deciding where I want to put it so that it seems like it works with the rest of the elements. And I also want to use this Fabulous Fun sticker to kind of layer up on the ticket. So I'm trying to decide if I want to put that elsewhere, maybe on top of the word you here, but that's not really feeling right to me. So if I move the ticket over slightly so that it's on top of the hexagons, and then put the Fabulous Fun sticker on top of it, that Fabulous Fun kind of points toward my journaling. It brings your eye toward the journaling because it's that bright red color. So I think I'm going to go with that. It also fills in that space nicely around the Y and U. Since I already have a few stars on the layout, I want to go ahead and add some more of these little chipboard ones. And I'm just going to place them along that diagonal line that I've already created with the hexagon shapes. So I'm just using pink and red and yellow ones to kind of scatter along that diagonal line. And I'm just going to look at the rest of the page to see if there's any other chipboard shapes that I wanted to put along that diagonal line. There's a really cute heart here, and I thought that that could be good inside the O, but again, it takes away from the white space that I have going on there, and it also kind of detracts from that diagonal line. It's too far to the right. So I'm going to go ahead and stick down the ticket die cut with some dimensional adhesive again. And I definitely think that that is in a good place. I'm going to tuck the little chipboard star just underneath of that. Okay, next I've grabbed the Star Gazer roller stamp, and it comes with all of these really great sayings, and it also comes with a little notepad, so definitely check that one out. So I love the best day ever. And I'm going to use that on the layout. And I'm going to be brave and stamp directly onto the white background. Everything else is adhered down. Just going to grab the Stampin' Up! Pretty in Pink. I'm going to make sure that I have the stamp the right way up. And this is when I have to always get right over top of my page to make sure I'm stamping straight. And I stamped it a couple of times there. Unfortunately, I don't think the color is dark enough, though. I'm going to switch to, I think, the word wonderful, and grab a darker pink. So this one is called Positively Pink. And I want to kind of stamp this along that diagonal line that I have going on. So my stamped image didn't do very well there. And you can kind of only read half of the word. So I'm not loving the way that that is looking. It's kind of too far over from where I wanted it to be, and I didn't get a stamped image. So now I need to figure out how I can fix that without changing out my entire background. So what I'm going to do is grab a sticker, and that one says Extraordinary. And I'm just going to add that over the top there. It's not my favorite fix. And I do like this pink sticker better because it doesn't stand out as much. So that's the one that I'm going to go with. Okay, lastly, I'm going to be brave again and grab the darker pink and stamp the saying at the best day ever saying at the top again, just one more time so that you can read it. So that one worked out just fine. And with that, I'm going to call this layout complete. Be sure to check out the Dear Lizzy Star Gazer collection via the link in my video notes because it is on sale at scrapbook.com, and I really had fun playing with this collection. I love the papers. I love the embellishments. They have some really great ones in this one. And I'm really happy with this layout, how it turned out. It's definitely a happy layout about a happy day. To see more process videos from me, please subscribe. And thanks so much for watching again. Happy creating!